Welcome to another episode of Business Builders and More, the show where you learn how to launch and successfully develop a business of your dreams. In today's episode, I'm truly honored to have Coach Jerry. Jerry is a spiritual life coach, a friend, and a fellow believer that everything is possible with the right mindset. Welcome, Jerry. I've asked Jerry to join me in discussing a sensitive issue. Our conversation will center on abuse, with a particular emphasis on relationships. Today we will delve into how spirituality can support your healing journey through the practice of mindfulness and awareness, empowering you to overcome trauma and make better choices in your life.
I'm happy to really introduce spirituality into, difficult relationship, abusive relationship, and how you can actually bring mindfulness and awareness into your life so you can actually overcome those challenges, right? So what is mindfulness? A lot of times people hear mindfulness, but not really understand the core of the word. So when you're mindful about something is when you are understanding the situation of where you are. Now you have mindful, you are mindful of the situation. So you have an upper hand to make a conscious decision, right? So what is also now awareness that we talk about? Awareness is when you now being able to recognize the things that are happening around you. You actually can foresee certain things, certain patterns, right? So in that moment, once you have that mindfulness and awareness in place, this is one of the best tools that can actually help you to
Jerry, give us
face those
some
challenges.
examples of mindfulness techniques that somebody can do quickly and that will have a lasting effect.
Well, starting with mindfulness, in order for you to really become very mindful, the spirituality aspect of life will definitely play a big role. So meditation is one of the very first thing that can really help you become mindful, because meditation, what it does, it puts you centered to yourself. It helps you to gather your thoughts, and you start practicing, you start feeling peaceful with yourself. And then with that practice, it will increase the level of mindfulness in your activities, in your daily activities.
So, Jerry, from my own experience, from when I was a single mom, a struggling single mom with 3 little kids, I found meditation to be a lifesaver. But one thing I also have found was that meditation is not as easy as most people think. It really takes practice and an understanding and awareness of how to do it in a way that will give you that lasting impact in your life. Can you tell our viewers, or can you share some tips on how they can get started with meditation so that they can bypass some of those failures that a lot of people, where they stumble because they just don't know how to do meditation the right way?
That's a great question, Nila, because a lot of people, there's so many different techniques when it comes to meditation. So once you really feel like you want to explore your inner self, you want to really find more about how to overcome those situations, you'll have to practice a very specific meditation that is one of the best practice that you can actually start looking into, that can actually will show you how to stay in peace. Because basically what transcendental meditation is to quiet down all your nervous system, quiet down your thoughts, and when you set yourself into that position with that practice, you're going to feel more peaceful with yourself. You're going to see you can become an observer of your thoughts, so you can really start tapping into mindfulness by really sitting quietly, do the breathing technique that normally comes with practicing transcendental meditation. You calm your nerve, your mindfulness raise, and you become so mindful. And in that moment, awareness also increases. So when you are in your daily activities, not only you are mindful of your surrounding, but awareness will rise when you see certain patterns, that you can recognize certain patterns around you. That's now your brain is now becoming so much more aware, because you are not into your thoughts that much, so you get time to reflect on what's happening in your surrounding. So that's how awareness and mindfulness kind of align all together, and these are the tools that can really help you to overcome those challenges, because now you start really taking control of your thoughts.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And I definitely understand the piece about awareness, because unfortunately, when a person, even myself, in a situation, in a stressful situation, or in a situation that might be dysfunctional, you're so caught up in the flow of life that you are not aware of the dysfunction, and so it does delay the healing. So the point that you're trying to make is you use meditation to get yourself aware, relaxed, and aware of some issues that may be toxic in your life, maybe need improvement, and this is kind of like the beginning of the journey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jerry, thank you for amazing and very practical advice on spiritual journey. We will provide contact information for those who want to get in touch with Jerry to begin their healing journey. And stay tuned for more, because we will have more tips, more content regarding this very transformational subject. I'm Mila Lieberson with the New Jersey Small Business Alliance.